Welcome to Charts Today. My name is David Linton, and today's edition for Monday, the 28th of June, comes to you from London. And we start by looking at the dollar index. We see that it's continuing to edge higher. And this week might be the week that we start to see the lagging line wandering out of the cloud and back to medium-term bullish territory. It is looking bullish for the dollar, looking like this is a higher low. What we're watching for now is the higher high. This is my weekly, daily, and 60-minute charts, the long-term, medium-term, and short-term view of the market with the corresponding point and figure targets. And so the interesting thing is, if we're below the cloud, we're bearish, and above, we're bullish, and we're seeing this transition in the dollar occurring, which is interesting. The euro is sitting at 119. It's doing the reverse of the dollar. We bounced on the cloud here, but if we go lower than this low, we move out of the cloud, and that would put the euro in medium-term bearish territory. So the transition is to the dollar having the upper hand at the moment. Against the yen, the dollar is nudging new highs, and this is a little bit of a lead indicator telling us that we probably make new highs on the dollar as well against other currencies. Sterling sitting at 139.14. Holding on to its bullish trend just, but again, if we see a new low, we break below the cloud. So dollar strength is very much the theme. Against the euro, sterling continues to hold its ground at about 116. We were as high as 117.15 back in April, 117.50 back in April. That's the move that we're looking for. We are just sort of short-term bearish at the moment, but we've got upside targets. Bitcoin sitting at just nudging $35,000, short-term bullish, bouncing off that $30,000 mark, looking like we might see a bit of a recovery from here. We've got an upside target on the short-term chart to 39,000, but we're a little bit of a battle going on in the 30s at the moment. The S&P 500 index was up 1/3% on Friday, looking still pretty strong for a rise. The Nasdaq also just pushing higher and just holding those gains. We're seeing the S&P future down very slightly, the Nasdaq future up slightly. The VIX volatility has risen to 16 as a level, but again, this is historically low over the last year, so not really a great cause for concern. The FTSE futures down 0.5%, the DAX cash market in Germany down 0.2%, and the CAC Quarante down 0.4%. Tokyo was up very slightly, but the rest of Asia down very slightly. The biggest faller was the Sensex, down 0.25%. Otherwise, fairly flat in Asia. We'll take a look at the energy mix in a minute, but looking at soft commodities, we see sugar is up 1/3%. Wheat continues to surge, up another 1%. That long-term trend is higher with good upside targets still in train. Corn up just under 1%. Recovery here, but again, the trend is still very much intact. Gold is sitting at 1777, very flat this last week, finding support on the cloud here at the moment. Watching for a lower low, and we really need to see that February low hold. Silver sitting at $26. Again, we're just waiting for this breakout to occur on the potential ascending triangle. Still bullish on all three time frames for silver. Platinum is down 0.2%. Palladium recovering after that big fall the week before last, so that's quite key. We're just seeing that, and that low needs to hold as well. US 10-year yield sitting at 1.52%. Not a great deal of change there. The same on 30-year yields as well. The energy mix looking pretty. It's down this morning, but the charts are still looking very strong. So this is my 1-minute chart, my daily charts here, and my 60-minute charts. The 1 minute is the very short term. Brent Crude has got upside targets, and this big target to 96.40 is the one we're now watching. WTI also edging higher, breaking out there as well. US nat gas looking very strong, above 350 for the first time in a very long time, and that surge in gas prices is really showing. Not so much on the short-term chart, but on this daily chart we've got targets higher, and so it is looking pretty good. RBOB, we're seeing again, a little bit of a mixed picture, but still edging higher on that longer term chart. Coal is down slightly this morning, but we are seeing the trend very much continuing with coal with good upside targets. And if we look at emissions, 55 euros at the moment. And again, just pulling back a little bit, but looking very like that it will break to new highs. Got good upside targets here as well. The UK chart still very much an embryonic chart, of course, only launching last month, but we are seeing a move to bullish here as well. Watch the 1 minute targets develop there. MBP, UK gas down slightly this morning, but the chart's still very bullish. And the same with TTF. They've got upside targets here. We've got a little bit of a fallback, but lots of support there as well. And if we look at winter gas, that's seasonal gas, so this is looking pretty strong too. German power is down 1% this morning, but again looking stronger in the trend, and did break to new highs, hitting that 70 euro mark last week. And most power markets looking similar. The only market that's a bit hard to read at the moment is the Nordic power market, falling away quite heavily this morning, down 5% on the Cal and 6% on the quarterly chart. So a lot of volatility and a bit harder to read. Our call for the week was pretty much bullish everything in energy in Europe, bar Nordic power, on the basis that it's just too hard to read, so we're neutral there. That's it for today. Until tomorrow, happy charting. See you then.